Hello, thank you for joining me for this episode of Carl vs. Reality. How's it going? I'm not in my podcasting tree. I'm actually in my house, and that's fine. Just going to explain that in a second. Let me just set the scene. I'm going to light some incense here. Just try and light this candle. Didn't work. It is lit. Can't see because it's so bright. It is the summer after all, you know. I like to burn incense. It's one of those things where I find it just sort of sets the mood. So if you have some access to some incense, I suggest putting it on. We've got positive vibes, or as me and my girlfriend call it, posy vibes. Let me just get that going. So I always light a candle first, because it's always nice to sort of have that sort of ritualistic, light the candle, and then there's a old proverb type thing, like a single match can light 1,000 candles or something like that. Or a single there's something like that. I don't actually know. If I'm completely honest. There's some sort of proverb, but it's always one of those things that's always stuck with me because it's very true. I used to have it as a poster in my old flat. Don't have that there anymore. A bit in the window actually, also because it is a little bit hot. But yeah, I thought we'd have like a nice little chill, little chat about things because why not? So yeah, it's been a little while since I recorded an episode. I do apologise about that. There are reasons behind this. So I've been sort of getting more and more invested in my website, like really enjoying doing all the stuff, bits and pieces, behind the scenes and all that. And I'm actually trying to work on a way of broadcasting the podcast live, and that is something which I think would be quite fun to do. The idea of just being able to just go to my website, you can hear me chatting live as it was, like as it actually happened and all that kind of thing. I just find that fascinating. I've got it working to a degree, but it's not perfect, and the reason why I've not been on it for so long, because it's been 2 weeks, is because I wanted to make sure it's working okay. And truth be told, it's giving me a bit of a headache. So I was like, do you know what? I'm just going to record it old school, and old school, you know, recording it on a digital recorder, then uploading it via the internet. But yeah, the idea is that I can just be in my room. Because in my home I've got my own room where I do my creative stuff, and just record it and then forget about it. Cut out the middleman, because the workflow isn't a lot for this podcast. Let's not mess around. But if it made it easier for me to just record it and then forget about it because it's live and all that, would be better. But it's not really working out that way, which is fine. But yeah. Anyway. So yeah, that's what I've been doing pretty much. There's a few other bits and pieces I'm doing and all that, and it's kind of weird because I haven't been on the internet that much recently. It's one of those things I've kind of just sort of fallen away from it. The thing when you sort of fall away from the internet and like the idea of creating content and all that, it becomes very alien. And I'm just going about my day, just doing like reading, listening to records and all that, and you know, not been involved in the whole online community, as it were. It's very strange. It's not. It's one of those things where you kind of forget it's there after a while. Sometimes it peeks through and all that kind of thing, and then you know, because I get sent links to things, and I'm like, oh, look at this post on Facebook, and I'm like, okay. Look at this thing on Instagram, okay, lovely, and it's this weird AI nonsense, and yeah. It's hard to get your head around, honestly. But it's fine. Do you know what one of my favourite things to do at the minute? I've got like an evening routine now, which I really, really enjoy. I want to share that with you because that's what we're here for. So what I do every night is depending on what time I finish work and all that kind of stuff, I'll have my tea and all that kind of stuff. About 9 o'clock though, just as the sun started to set, I get the cat in because he's been outside most of the day and he wants to probably get fed and all that kind of stuff. So I open the back door and then feed him and all that. I go out and I water the garden, and I like doing that. It's one of those therapeutic things where just sort of walking around, sort of just taking in, having a potter. I love having a pot around the garden. It's one of my highlights of my day is having a potter. And so, I've pottering around the garden, sort of seeing how things are going, all that kind of stuff. And just thinking about things, really. It's nice to not even have my phone on me. Because the temptation, if you have a phone on you, is to just have a quick look. But because I'm doing an activity that's requiring me to pay attention, it's actually quite nice. The smell of the wet dirt and all that. We recently got an apple tree. And it's been really lovely to just water that and sort of see how that's growing and how the apples are going and all that. And it's just, love it. So we go around watering the garden, probably, just seeing how that's sort of going. And then I feed the hedgehog, because we've got a hedgehog in the back garden, which is lovely as well. It's funny having a hedgehog, really, because it's like, we make sure we feed it. So the thing with hedgehog feeding is that you don't always see the hedgehog eating the food. So the back of your brain, you're thinking, is it a hedgehog or is it actually a stray cat or another cat from somebody else and all that? And I'm pretty sure it's a hedgehog because, and I say this, sometimes in the morning the food is still there. If it was like a stray cat or whatever, a cat would have eaten it by then because it knows it's there, kind of thing, And funnily enough, my cat won't eat that food. He's a snob. He's like a proper snob when it comes to food. Like, he likes his food, a very specific food. And I remember we ran out of his food and we thought, that's okay, we'll get him some. So he likes Felix cat soups, are his favourite. He likes the juice mainly more than the actual meat. He likes dry biscuits, but he likes the juice or the soup. And so he's... we bought him some Sheba, which is significantly more expensive than Felix. And we got him the soup version of Sheba. He wouldn't touch it. And I felt really bad. I thought, well, if he gets hungry in the night, he'll probably go back to it. Woke up the next... By the way, when we fed him, the shop was shut. Just to clarify, we couldn't just pop out and get him the food because the shop was shut. So, I thought, he'll have it. No, didn't even touch it. Not all night, nothing. I had to go out the next morning and go get him his food. Because, it was sold out when we went the first time. We thought, we'll get some Sheba, it'll be fine. No, apparently not. So he wouldn't even touch the hedgehog food. So he was let out in the morning, didn't touch it. So, so it's definitely a hedgehog. We've seen, its scat, which is his own very distinctive hedgehog shape. It's got spines and a little nose and all that kind of stuff. I may be lying about that. Not going to say if I am or not, but I possibly am. And it's just nice. I mean, occasionally we'll see him occasionally, but it's not like it's a constant thing. It would be nice to have this like an actual pet hedgehog in the garden. But then also, like right now, so I'm sat in my room, which I call my flat, by the way, because me and my girlfriend have our own little spaces, and mine's my flat because I lived alone for so many years. And so this is basically the room where all my crap is, my record player and all that. And, so from my flat window, I can actually see a nest of a wood pigeon. And, it's currently sat there looking at me. We watched it build its nest. And we've seen the two wood pigeons sort of interacting and all that. So there's definitely a nest there. Obviously, followers of the podcast will know that we also had a nest of blue tits, but we don't know how many survived. I'm going to say none, unfortunately, because of the cat. But this we actually can keep an eye on properly, because we know the rough sort of time that the nest was actually made, and when the wood pigeons started to sit. So we've got like a good idea of roughly how long it's going to take. It's about 20 days, so it's a couple of days ago. I'll keep you posted on that, I know how people are interested in all that kind of thing. I know I am. It's very exciting, actually. Very exciting to... all this nature in the garden. It's funny, just a normal garden and all this stuff is going on. We've got hedgehogs, we've got like all these pot plants and all that. We've got some veggies growing and all that. Oh, it's so nice. It's kind of strange. As soon as I hit 40, that kind of thing became more interesting. And I bloody love it. I genuinely love all this stuff. the little life I've got now with my girlfriend and the cat, our furry son, who she birthed from her womb. She didn't. But yeah, it's pretty much how I spend my days now. It's kind of weird, but it's fine. I enjoy it. So yeah, go check out my website, by the way. Do that, because it's a work in progress and I'm really enjoying it. I'm really sort of getting involved in the indie web movement, and I'm just enjoying the fact that I'm doing what I'm doing, and it's there if you want to look at it. It's not there if you don't want to look at it. Yeah, it's there if you don't want to look at it. Because the thing is, when it comes to, I've been on this rant so many times before, and I do really believe it. The fact that a lot of people are out there posting to websites such as Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, or X, or all these other places, and they're doing it, and realistically, they're doing it to create content for a website, and by creating content for a website, you're basically giving them content for free, and they're basically making money off it. They're basically using ad revenue. You may post something interesting and viral, they'll slap an advert on it, and they're getting maybe pennies or whatever, if that, fractions of a penny, but you won't see any of those pennies. If you go like proper viral, you don't see nothing, really. Just, I can lecture people till I'm blue in the face about it. There's more to the internet than social networks and social media. And, yeah, that's what I'm doing. So yeah, go check out carlversusreality.com. That's all this is posted. And like I say, there will be some degree of live streaming at some point, audio live streaming, because I love doing that. And, yeah, just bloody love it. Anyway, thank you for joining me for this, whatever this is. So until the next time, take care of yourselves and each other.